Hi. I know what you're saying. It's not Monday. Well, yesterday I had some film stuff to do, and YouTube hasn't given me a community tab, so I couldn't leave a note and say, hey, I have some film stuff to do today, but I'm going to go on Tuesday to make up for it. So, whatever. Here I am today, going live. It was, I guess, I had meant to come on Monday, but then I found out at the last minute that this thing that I had to do last minute. But nevertheless, here I am. I did sit down Sunday and watch 5 episodes of House of the Dragon back to back to back. Although I watched episodes 2 through 5 back to back to back, and then I had to wait for episode 6. Yeah, but I still watched 5 episodes all in one day. Um, it was interesting. Um, I was almost immediately okay. So after having watched episode 1, I wasn't episode 1 did not grab me, but episode 2 had me up on my couch yelling, yes, you should not bring a sword to a dragon fight. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, you won't get that reference, but like seriously, I I don't like the hand of the king, or at least the hand of the king from episode 2. Um, I didn't like him. He was very much like he felt very much like Iago to me from Othello. He's always whispering in Viserys's ear and always maneuvering to try to have his best interest at heart. And and uh like on the one hand it seemed like his he was giving good advice and telling the king, okay, you can't go to Dragonstone and retrieve the dragon egg because the brother had stolen the okay. Okay, so the king had disinherited his brother, and the brother, in a fit of, you know, he had a basically a temper tantrum, stolen the dragon egg, and the daughter was upset because that dragon egg would have belonged to her, to her brother who died during childbirth. She wanted that dragon egg back. So the king, of course, was all up in arms. He wanted to go get that dragon egg back. The hand was like, "No, I'll go get it." So he takes some of the king's guard, and they go with swords to go get a dragon's egg back from a man with a full-grown dragon. And of course, the man's dragon comes onto the scene like, "Yeah, nigga, I know you sure ain't about to do nothing because all he has to say is Dracarys and you're gone. Your days are over." So what happens? The little girl, who everybody didn't want to listen to because she's a little girl, she flew in on her dragon and got the dragon egg back. Because you bring a dragon to a dragon fight. Best part of that episode. um, I can't remember anything else about that episode except for that. You bring a dragon to a dragon fight. Uh, but but what I do remember from the subsequent episodes is the sort of back and forth between her and her best friend. the hands begins to maneuver his daughter and puts her in a place so she can become the king's next wife. And she does what her father tells her to do. She begins to meet with him in secret. And even though everybody's telling the king, oh, you should, marry the little black girl, even though she's 12, which is kind of gross. But, her father is much more, is very powerful, and it's just a better match. And it would just be better for your family if you do this. But no, he marries the Hand's daughter and upsets the black man, upsets his daughter, just upsets everyone all around. The only person who's happy is the Hand. So, you know. So it's just it was very interesting watching the maneuvers back and forth, watching how Damon maneuvered his way around, how he took advantage of the situation because of because eventually him and the black man, they had their own little temper tantrum. They went off and started a war with some sea crab or whatever this guy was. And for 3 years they fought this war, was losing the war, and they needed help from the king. Refused to ask for help for the king. And somebody, I forgot who, convinced the king, okay, you need to go help him. And so the king sent a messenger like, look, I'm about to go. I'm about to send help. We're going to help your little trifling ass. And that's all David needed to hear. But David was like, nope, we're going to do this myself. And the moment he hears the king is coming to help him, he goes out and wins the war. After 3 years, all he needed to do was hear the king was coming to rescue him, and he goes out and he wins. Maybe the king should have said he was going to help him 3 years ago, and this would have been over. Oh my goodness. Craziness. And he comes back, the conquering hero, back into everybody's good graces, back into his brother's good graces. But of course, everybody's wondering, what does he really want? What is his ulterior motive? And of course, his ulterior motive was the princess. And those Targaryens. They have their own ways. Let's just say that. And that just starts down a long, winding road that the poor princess is still suffering from to this day. And now she has to deal with the fallout of that with the Queen Alicent. And that heifer, I just can't with that heifer. Because she feels like she was betrayed because the princess lied to her. And I'm like, first of all, she didn't owe you the truth, because you wouldn't have known about the situation if had you not been eavesdropping. Isn't eavesdropping? Wasn't that wrong for you to be eavesdropping? You shouldn't have been eavesdropping. Nobody told you nothing. You didn't need to know anything about that situation. That was none of your business. What she did was none of your business. She owed you no explanation. She did not owe you the truth. So there was no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There was no betrayal. Her so-called bitterness over this betrayal and her carrying on for years and years and years, bitter over this betrayal, has just gone just a little too far. And now she is just beyond. She has gone into bitchy territory, and now I'm like, okay, now you need to die. Now you just need to die. This is Game of Thrones, basically. This is the prequel to Game of Thrones, and you need to die because now you're a liability. Liabilities have to go. And I'm sorry, I'm on Rhaenyra's side. I just am. You don't got no dragon. You can't ride no dragon. We all for dragon riders. I'm sad about the black girl with who had the dragon. Of course, Damon had to go and fuck that over. But whatever. Damon. He had little black kids, little black wife. Had a situation, same as his brother. We didn't know if he was going to make the same decision as his brother. They never gave him a chance. She never gave him a chance. She was like, I'm going to go out like a G. I'm going to have my dragon take me out. Really, sis? Really? There was no other option. There wasn't an option to kill the baby and save the wife. Like, really? I guess not. Maybe they just didn't have the medical expertise. This is a medieval show. Ugh. But at this point, it's been years since Queen Emma died. They could have had some sort of, medical progress. I mean, they have dragons. These people should have magic. Like, seriously. In a world of dragons, they couldn't figure out how to give a C-section without killing a woman. Like, really? Like, I'm supposed to believe that? Like, really? But who else? Oh, then it was Sir Kristen Cole. Don't like him. I felt sorry for him, at the beginning when he was trying to get her to make an honest man of him, and I was like, oh, poor little thing. He just wanted to want her to make an honest man out of him, and then he became a little bitch ass too. And it's just like, I just can't stand I can't stand bitter bitches. I'm sorry. He's a bitter bitch. It's like, get over it. She had sex with you one time and you made the decision to have sex with her. You could have stopped it. You could have been like, no, I have a vow. Like, you knew she was a princess. You knew she was the heir to the Iron Throne. Did you seriously believe that she was going to run away with you because you had a magical D? Like, really? Really? Did you really, 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 really believe that? Were you really that stupid? Come on. So you're bitter and you're stupid. Yeah. And then Laris. Oh my goodness. He's evil. His brother and his daddy. Oh my goodness. He needs to die too. But it was crazy when they said, but I I should have known something was gonna happen when the guy, the new hand was like, I gotta take my son back to Harrenhal. And Harrenhal in the Game of Thrones time was this burnt down castle. They didn't know how it burnt down. It was supposedly haunted. They had no idea how it burnt down. It just, at some point in time in history, it burnt down and had been burnt down for eons and eons and eons. It had the story had got lost in history. So so I had no idea that they was just gonna, oh, we're not gonna show you Harrenhal. We're just gonna burn it down the first time we show it. And this is the story. It got burnt down for this. This is a weak ass reason to burn down Harrenhal. It really is. I was expecting something. I don't know. I was expecting something a little grander than this. I was expecting it to be in the midst of war. I was expecting, I don't know, but I was not expecting the son to have done it to kill his father and the brother for some bitter bitch queen. Like, this just feels, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Anticlimactic. Yeah. But who else haven't I talked about? Oh, the children. Those poor children. I don't have much to say about them. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say about the children. They just are. There's Rhaenyra's husband. I think her relationship with her husband is kind of cool. They understand each other. They've always, had this understanding between them. Like, you do you, I'm going to do me. That's just gonna be, that's just gonna be it. We gonna do our duty. And he gonna understand. I'm just gonna automatically call all your babies my babies, whether they my babies or not. We gonna call all these pale, non-dread having children my children. You call these pale ass children his children. And these children calling him father. It was cool though. It was interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens once they go to Dragonstone and see what life is going to be like in Dragonstone. Um, Also, because we saw sort of the dynamic between, the bitter bitch, Sir Kristen Cole, and training the boys and how differently he trained Viserys's sons versus Rhaenyra's sons in the courtyard. Um, what's his name? Lenor. I can't say this boy's name. Lenor, whatever his name is. He's still a knight, so he can still train these boys to fight, or or I guess they could have their own little like their Dragonstone, they'll probably still have their own little night or whatever to train them boys up, and when they're grown, they can come back in with Viserys's boys. Because I didn't like that scene at all. I didn't like the fight between the two boys. I didn't like that scene at all. But so those are my disjointed thoughts about House of the Dragon so far. Um, um, basically, yeah, love Rhaenyra, hate Allison's daddy, hate Larys, um, like Lenore, liked his sister, sad about her. Damon, I mean, I don't really feel anything for him either way. Viserys, same. Um, Same with Laenor and Rhaena's parents. Don't feel anything for them either way. So really, yeah, really the person I'm truly, truly riding for is Rhaenyra. That's it. That's it. You know, and a little bit for her husband. So um I'll keep watching. Let's see how this goes. We'll see. We'll see if we'll see. Allison really needs to die. I can't she can't be a new Cersei. She can't be. She can't be. She does not deserve to be the new Cersei. Um she needs to they need to take her out, really. Because if she's gonna carry over into season after season after season, then I'm gonna stop because I can't with her, and I can't keep watching if she's gonna be on. If they're gonna let her keep winning, mm-mm, I can't do that. So yeah, so that's all. I shall be back Friday with a new video. I'm not sure what this new video is going to be yet. I still got to figure that one out. But Friday, I'll have up a new video up. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you later.